I'm Aqua Alex, and you're watching Aqua Alex Live. Let's learn about tropical fish today. Good evening, tropical fish keepers. Welcome to another episode of Aqua Alex Live. I'm your host, Aqua Alex Cardinale. Today, I have a little Christmas treat for you as I'm going to be interviewing another wonderful tropical fish keeper, perhaps one of my personal favorite fish keeping YouTubers and one of my favorite fish keeping guests. So today I'm going to be welcoming back to my YouTube channel and my series Aqua Alex Live. I'm going to be welcoming my friend Peyton to the show. And Peyton and I are going to be going back and forth discussing tropical fish. So this should be a really fun episode for you guys to watch and enjoy as fish keepers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome our guest to the show, tropical fish YouTuber Peyton from PF Fishing. How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Getting ready for Christmas. I know Christmas is coming up really soon, so getting stuff ready for that. But
Oh
besides that,
yeah,
I've been doing really good.
that's good.
So how
That's
have you
good.
been? It's been a while since I've.
Yeah, no, it has been a while. I haven't really been posting that much. I will be coming back this week though with the videos. I've got some stuff planned, and yeah, should be getting back into it. There hasn't really been much going on now that it's starting to get a little bit cooler. I haven't really gotten anything new all too much really. There's been a few new things, but not a whole lot, honestly.
That's pretty cool. So I know Christmas is coming up this Saturday. So what aquarium fish or supplies do you want for Christmas?
I'm not really. There's really not much right now because I've got so much stuff anyways right now. I was actually thinking about getting rid of this tank right here behind me. This hexagon tank is a 30 gallon. I was thinking about getting rid of it and actually getting a 75 gallon in the spot where it's at, and moving some things into there and just kind of switching up some things. But other than that, not too much. Just been kind of chilling out with it right now.
Oh, that's pretty cool. The tank behind me is a 75 gallon.
Yeah, yeah. The biggest one I have in the house is a 65, which I have my flower horn in. So, but I was wanting to get a 75 to do some South American stuff, which is what I'm doing in this bow front tank here next to me with Severums and Acaras and stuff like that. Because obviously they're going to outgrow this tank at some point, and I want to move my electric blue Jack Dempsey's in there with them, and that's going to require a little bit bigger of a tank. So that's why I was wanting to do that. And I'm really not doing much with this tank behind me anymore. So the fish that are in there, I have tanks that they can go into, and I'm sure somebody would want to get that tank because I got it from somebody several years ago.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, South American fish are very, very cool. I love South American fish.
Yeah, I do too. And I do a mix of them. I've got some African cichlids and then some South American stuff, and um, this tank, the bow front tank that they're in now, which is like South American tank, used to house my like 8-year-old Jack Dempsey that I've had forever. It was the oldest fish that I had, and then when it passed away, that's when I decided to turn it into a South American themed tank. And right now everything's really small in there, the blue Acaras and the red spot gold Severums, but obviously they get really good size, and they're going to need something bigger later on. So
That's cool. Yeah, I got a couple of red spot severums too in here. You might not be able to see them though.
I saw swimming a while a minute ago. I saw some other Severum in there too with like a little reddish blue on them. That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a Rapheal severum.
Yeah, that's what it is. I've heard of those before too. Hard to come across, so not easy to find.
Yeah, I found them at a fish store and I bought them.
Nice.
But I think it's actually a female though, so who knows?
Yeah.
So how's life at the fish store?
It's same old, same old. We got in some big Severums right now from people trading them in. We've got one big gold Severum, then two big greens, and then we've got one. We had one guy bring in quite a few cichlids last week that he's had for a while. he's been talking about bringing them in and changing that tank into a saltwater tank. And they were some really, really nice cichlids, Africans and South Americans, but one really stood out. He had about a 6-7 inch venustus that I'm talking about, really good sized male, a lot of blue, green color in him. Super, super nice fish. Somebody actually bought him last week at the store and had to bring him back because he was too mean for their tank. When those guys get that size, it's hard to find a good tank to put them in because they're so mean when they get that big. But it is a really, really good looking fish.
Nice. I'm not familiar with African cichlids, but I think I know that species.
Yeah, the venustus, they're kind of camouflage looking with like a green base color. They're a pretty cool looking fish, but like I said, they get really mean when they get good size. And we also had somebody bring in these little fish last week, 6 or 7 of them, and we didn't know what they were. And actually, the guy that brought them in, it was not his fish. He was a worker for the guy that's a customer at the store. And I don't know, he told him to go to his house, catch them out of the tank, and just bring them out to the store. So he didn't know what they were either, but they looked like some kind of barb. And it took us researching about 30 minutes trying to figure out what it was. And it turns out it's something called a strawberry leperinus. And they're all about 2.5 inches long right now. But when you think about it and you look at them, they do really remind you of a leperinus. They kind of have that downward tilt because they're in the headstander family. But I looked them up, and they only get about half the size of the average, banded leperinus, the ones that everybody knows. And they tend to be pretty laid back. But it's a pretty cool looking fish. Kind of I'd never seen it before. And apparently they're really rare to find, but it's kind of like a brownish color with black spots all over it and some red on the fin. So it's a pretty cool looking fish.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, leperinus are one of my favorite South American cherasins. They can be a bit fin nippy though.
Can be, yeah. I've got one in my African cichlid tank that I've had for about 1.5 years now. I got him when he was only about 2.5 inches, and he's about 6 or 7 now. And he doesn't mess with anybody, but if somebody bows up at him, you best believe he's going to bow back up at them.
That's cool though. I like leperinus. I have a banded leperinus in here, hiding though.
Yeah. Hang on one second. I'm going to adjust this light. Hang on.
Okay, no problem. We're good.
All right, there we go. It's just a little bit too bright. All right, now we're good. But yeah, leperinus, I like them. It's just you got to find the right tank for them, because you put them in with some really small stuff and they get good size, they're likely to become the tank boss, and start bullying everything else in there.
Very true. So has your fish store been busy during the Christmas season?
The last 3 days in the afternoon has gotten really, really busy. It was raining a lot today, and it was kind of on and off. But up until this point, the past few weeks has actually been pretty darn slow. But in the afternoon, around 3 or 4 o'clock, up until closing, which is at 6 on weekdays and 5 on Saturdays, we've been pretty darn busy the last few days. So, people just buying fish and getting tanks. But typically, January and February are some of our 2 busiest fish selling months, because we don't always sell fish at our store. It's called Wet Pets, but we sell other things as well. But those 2 months tend to be some of the busiest months for selling fish, actually, which is kind of surprising to me. I don't know why.
Probably because of the winter and everyone's indoors those times of the year.
Yeah. We usually get pretty busy like after Christmas, like a week or two after everybody's kind of recuperated, as far as funding. But it does get kind of busy.
That's good. So what are you doing for Christmas this year?
We are doing our same thing we do every year, going to my great grandma's house and just kind of chilling out there on Christmas Day. Now on Christmas Eve, I'll be going to the other side of my family's house and chilling out there for the day. But that's pretty much it. How about you?
Same here. I'm going to be making dinner and relaxing, but the night before I'll be baking cookies.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like to bake.
That's cool.
So, do you have any plans for 2022 fish room related?
Say that again.
Do you have any plans for the fish hobby in 2022?
I've been thinking, the 75 gallon is something I've been thinking about. I just don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Other than that, I haven't really thought about too much, besides maybe getting rid of some of the smaller tanks and upgrading them for one larger tank, kind of like what I was talking about with the 75 gallon. I don't know, I'm kind of getting away from the smaller tanks now, besides maybe like one guppy tank and that's it, or a shrimp tank or something like that. Other than that, not really though. The ponds, they're still doing good outside. I've got them heated. One of them is heated, the 800 gallon pond with the exotic stuff in it. And actually, the guy who I was telling you about that brought the Venusis and the other cichlids in, he has got a large silver arowana that I may be getting. He's had it for a long time now. He got it from us at the store when it was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches, and now it's well over a foot long. And he showed me a video of it, and I told him, it had to be good size to go in there with the fish I've got. But, the pond's got a net over it, so I wouldn't have to worry about it possibly jumping out, and it's heated. So I think it would do good. And one thing that makes me feel pretty comfortable about that is the gar that's in there. He's only about 10 or 12 inches. I mean, he looks like a little baby minnow in there compared to some of the stuff in there. So, and the arowana that he has is quite a bit bigger than that gar. So I think he would do pretty good in there. But I told him, wait a few more weeks and kind of fatten him up and push his growth as much as he possibly can. And I might just try to get him on a pretty warm day.
Pretty cool. Arowanas are one of my favorite fish.
Yeah, I love them. The only problem is they are such bad jumpers, and the only reason why I'm even considering getting this fish is because that pond is completely covered with the net. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't do it anyways, because I like to keep the pond kind of high, about 6 inches from the top of the pond, and that would not be safe at all with a good size arowana with bigger fish hanging out underneath him. He might get spooked by the slightest thing, and there he goes, so.
That's true, but in my experience, they only jump for a couple of reasons, mostly stress or poor water or something startles them, in my experience.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they get slightly spooked by anything, we have outdoor cats, and they like to jump up there on the top of the pond sometimes and look at the fish, and they don't try to get them or anything, but one likes to put his paw down on the filter as it's going back into the pond. But something like that could easily spook them. But that's the benefit of having a net over the pond,
If you get our puma, that cat's gone.
I know, he'd be eating. Actually, this one cat that we have, the net that sits over the pond, it's fairly strong netting, but it's really bendable, really flexible. And the cat likes to put his paw on top of the net, and he literally has his paws down in the water. And most of the time, the fish kind of back up from him. They know that he's not me about to feed them or something. They know that it might be a threat. But the Oscar that's in there actually came up to him one day, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. I saw him easing up there, and his paw's down in the water, and he sees him coming, and that Oscar got his paw like that, and that cat jumped in there. And I thought that was the end of that, but now that cat's back up there almost every day just playing with the water. I think he's not even really interested in the fish. He just likes to play with the water for some reason. It's weird.
That's cool, though. Yeah, back to the arowanas. My dad used to have like a 300 gallon when I was younger, and he had like a 3-foot arowana. And one day, as he was showing off his fish to his friend, and the arowana jumped out and hit his friend in the head.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, and they're strong. This one guy a few months ago, I think I told you about the big albino silver arowana we had at our store that somebody had brought in about 2 years ago. Well, he got it, and he had a 220 gallon. This arowana was already good size. I mean, it was already pushing 2 feet. I mean, it was really good size, and we sold it to him for a really good deal. And he got it, and it was in the 220. I think it's a 220. It's at least 200 gallons. It's good size, and he's got other predatory fish in there. But it started to get so big to where he was talking about maybe selling that to me. And that was a few months ago, but he was telling me that it'll be in there and he's got glass covers and he'll hear a big bang sound like that and it's popping up the glass covers, and those things are not light for a fish, and it's popping them up. I've heard of people that have had really big cocos before that have broke the tank, so I mean these big fish when they get big, you got to have some room for them.
Absolutely, it's definitely true. I have a lot of funny stories. My dad used to be a big predatory fish keeper.
That's cool.
Now he's into like the tetras and stuff.
Oh yeah, kind of eased it on down, I guess. Yeah.
I like them. I like all fish actually, but predatory fish are my favorite.
I do too, and that's why I've got such a big mix. I am more drawn to the bigger predatory fish like peacock bass and tiger shovel nose, that kind of thing. But I like to piddle around with guppies and planted tanks, and I love my pea pupper tank. That's one of my favorite tanks. I mean, the plants are doing really good in it, and the cardinal tetras, and it's one of my favorite tanks to sit there and watch. But I definitely do like the larger stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking in 2022 I'm going to upgrade this to a 180, and then in here I'll have like elephant nose and African butterfly fish.
Oh, that'll be cool. Yeah, some oddballs. Yeah, I like that. I had an elephant nose one time. It's probably 5 or 6 years ago, but they're odd fish. But if you know what you're doing with them, they are not that hard to keep.
Yeah, and I think I'll put some Polypterus in there as well.
That's cool. Yeah.
Have you ever kept any of the bikers?
Oh yeah, yeah. I had one in the tank with my Jack Dempsey for probably 2.5, 3 years for a long time. That was like his tank mate. It was just him and the Jack Dempsey in there, and he finally jumped out of the back corner of the tank. And then I had an albino bichir as well. Actually, my most popular video on my channel was me getting this ornate bichir about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was a good size. I got it from a lady. I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but it was a good size. It was a nice looking fish. It really was.
Yeah, some of the oddballs from Africa look awesome.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff out there that not a lot of people know about. Like those, for example, those strawberry leporinas. I had no clue what they were, neither did my boss, and he's been doing this for 50 years.
Yeah, the strawberry leporinas, they sound interesting. Have you guys sold them yet, or are they still at the store?
No, they're still there, and nobody knows what they are. So it's something you kind of have to point out to people. And we looked them up, and they sell for like $25 online retail price. So, and he was telling me, my boss was, he said he thought that name sounded familiar from his fish list, and he went and looked at it, and he saw them on there, and I think his cost was like $12 or $13. So I mean, we would have to sell them for like $25 if he did buy some.
Nice, yeah. So it must have been a serious aquarium hobbyist who had them before.
This guy really is not. I mean, we know the guy, and he's got some cool stuff. He's actually got discus, but he's not really someone who you would expect to have something like that. But obviously, I mean, he didn't get them from us. He must have either ordered them offline or got them from somebody or something. But he's got some cool stuff, but he's not really the type of person you would expect to have something like that. But he did. That's why, you never know.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can buy just about any species online now.
Sure can, yeah. And everything is going up right now, fish wise. I mean, and it's not even like a price increase. It is like a price jump. I mean, it is huge. Like, for example, we sell 2.5, 3-inch frontosas about like that for $35, and that's already a hard enough sell. And the next time we buy them for wholesale cost, we're gonna have to sell them for $50. That size, we won't sell that fish. So that's me and my boss. We were talking about that day. I told him, or I asked him, I said, are you going to order any more? Because we're down to one right now at the store. And he said, I'm probably just going to wait until and see if they come back down on price. And I told him, unless somebody just wants some, you could tell them that, they would be that price and he could order you some. Because we do a lot of special ordering for people and, kind of tell them what to expect. when they order a fish, but it's not just that. It's not just those guys. It's almost everything is going up. Like fish wise and supply wise, a lot of this stuff is really going up in price, like a lot.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree with you. When I first started, when I first moved in this house, I had saltwater tanking, and the pandemic hit, and I noticed that salt was going up, and the prices of fish were going up really high.
Yeah,
Like a
I
yellow
remember that
tang,
now.
a yellow tang
Yep,
at the
I
time was
remember
like
that now.
$20, and now it's like 300.
Yep. I remember that now back around the pandemic. I do remember that now. Salt, marine salt was really, really high. It was going up. And I remember that now. And yellow tangs, that's been something that's been going on for a while too. People ask us, when do you think you'll get some yellow tangs in? We ain't getting no yellow tangs in because we would have to sell them for $400 and they would be that big. Now, he came across some captive raised ones, but they would be that big, literally that big with no color, and they would be, I don't know, $150. That's a hard enough sale already for us. So, but people understand that, our saltwater customers that are really into it, they know what stuff that they probably would do better off ordering off of line or just getting from us. I'm going to grab my computer charger real quick. I'll be right back.
You're good. So here's a quick look at my fish tank, my male chocolate cichlid. What else is in there?
I'm back. I didn't get it charged well enough earlier, so. All right, there we go. We are back and rolling.
I was just showing them some of my fish while you were away.
Okay. So besides that tank right there behind you, what other fish do you have?
I have one small tank, and that has a couple of juvenile wolffish in it.
Okay,
The
that's interesting.
rainbow.
I think you told me about that. You'd order those and had to go pick them up at the airport or something like that.
Yeah, that was a long story. Um, I guess FedEx couldn't deliver it to my house for whatever reason, and I had to go pick them up. Otherwise, they would sit there for a couple
Yeah,
of days.
that's like that big peacock bass. Yeah, and that wouldn't have been good. But that's like the peacock bass that I ordered. I knew I had to go pick it up at the airport, but something I never had to do before. And I've ordered fish countless times off the line, and I had to go pick it up at the airport.
I kind of like that better, actually. You get your fish a lot quicker.
Yeah, I guess so. But see, I also don't at the same time because the airport from where I live is a good minute away. I would just pay the express shipping and get it shipped to my door, But something that big, I guess, and that guy, I ordered it like from an eBay breeder, and he obviously he's down in Miami somewhere, but obviously he just wants it to be good and not have to worry about FedEx or UPS, getting it there on time. And that way he just says, hey, go to the airport at this time and it should be there, So I kind of understand that for that big of a fish, because I mean, it's a big fish to be shipping. It really is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Peacock bass are awesome. I have one in here somewhere. A little Temenzis in here.
Yeah, those are nice. The one I've got is a butterfly peacock bass. It's a little bit different. It's not a real common one like you hear with the Temenzis and the Caleberry's the other one, the smallest kind. But he's pretty cool. I mean, he's pretty laid back. He does his own thing. He don't mess with anybody. But that sucker can eat. I can tell you that. He's fun to feed.
Yeah, they love to eat peacock bass. I love feeding them. They're pretty cool fish to watch eat.
They are. They're fun. I feed mine. I can't get them to eat any frozen krill like I can with everything else in the pond. How convenient. But I feed them frozen silver sides, which is like a saltwater minnow, and I just feed them to them whole. Every other day, I feed them about 5 or 6 of them, and that's pretty much what he gets besides any other live food that I feed him.
Very nice. What do you think about the bucktooth or the barracuda, freshwater barracudas?
They're pretty cool. It's not something I've dealt with before. I've heard of people, keeping them before, but it's not something that really interests me. I do know there's a garfish, and I forget the real name for it, but I think another name for it might be like South American silver gar or something like that. And it only
Oh,
gets
the
to be.
hygienigar.
Say that again.
The hygienigar?
I think that's it. Yeah. And I think another name for them might be freshwater barracuda, but it's not the real one like you're talking about, I think. But we had a guy bring one of those in too.
Very cool. I like the red-tailed barracudas. Those are awesome looking.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. That's the real one. Yeah.
I can never find them around
Another cool
here.
fish. Yeah, another cool fish that looks like a barracuda that's not. You've probably heard of it because it's an oddball. It's called a pink-tailed Celsius. Um, I'd be shocked if you never heard of that before. It's right up your alley. You ever heard of them?
I've kept them before. Yeah, they're an awesome fish.
We've been getting them in actually, and they're kind of a rare oddball to get in. But we've been getting. He's been ordering one of them a week for the past month or so. We didn't get one this past week, but every other week before this week for the past month, we've been getting one in, and they've all done really well. They've all been uh, about 4 or 5 inches, really bright pink tail, silver body. We just put them with some of the peaceful fish and get them eating pellets and bloodworms and stuff like that. They're very cool fish though.
Yeah, I actually wanted to get one, but my fish store hasn't got them in yet.
Yeah, and that's crazy because we have been getting them, but that's the problem. Everything is so week to week. Nothing is consistent with ordering fish. I mean, it's truly not. Everything changes every single week. Like several months ago, we couldn't get plecos. We couldn't get any plecos besides the really big ones that people were bringing into us, and it was probably a month, and it went on for 3 months to where it would be on and off. But there was a dry spell there for about a month, but we didn't have hardly any small algae eaters, which are the ones that we mainly sell. Not many people want the big 12 inchers that people bring back to us on trade-ins. And, like we sell the smallest ones for $4.99, and then some a little bigger for $7.99, and then sometimes we'll have some for like 20 or 25 or something like that. And those are the ones we mainly sell, and we just couldn't get any algae eaters. And it's such a common thing that you would be thinking, that's an automatic thing you're going to get every single week on an order, and we weren't getting them. It's so wild. We couldn't get. There was something else really common we couldn't get. I think it was red-eye tetras. Another super common, easy fish to get that you think is an easy check down you're going to get that week, and we couldn't get them for a while. So nothing's consistent, with order of fish. It changes every single week. It really does.
Very true. Do you guys import wild caught fish?
Yeah, he'll get some wild caught stuff here and there. He won't order anything specifically just because it's wild caught. Besides maybe some cardinal tetras or neons and stuff like that, because a good majority of fish now are captive raised anyway, and it's honestly better to get captive raised fish. But we have noticed that the wild caught neons tend to do a lot better than the captive raised ones, which is really odd, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, wild caught fish are much cooler in my opinion. I prefer the wild caughts over the captive raised.
Yeah, they're cool. I think you can definitely tell a difference in some of them. Um, you know, like for example, like discus. Like if you get a wild caught discus, it's not going to have the really pretty vibrant colors like the captive raised ones are. You'd be shocked at how bland some of the wild caught fish are, but they're cool as well because it's like that's coming from Mother Nature. It's not something that we took and bred and bred and bred and bred to get a specific look. So like mollies, for example, there's hundreds of different kinds of mollies now from breeding, but there's only one real molly in the wild, and that's the green sailfin molly. So it's pretty wild.
That's true. You'll never see flower horns or blood parrots in the wild.
Yeah, those. I mean, that's taking it to a whole nother level. Those are completely man-made hybrid fish, but they're cool. They are. I own a flower horn myself, so they're cool fish.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. I like some of the flower horns.
Yeah, they're nice. And another one is the glowfish. When they first came out with them, they were dyed and they would lose that color after a little while. And they actually still have those fish. They call them fruit tetras now, and they don't even compare to the real glowfish, which we do sell, but he only sells the tetras and the danios. They have the tiger barbs and the rainbow sharks and all different kinds of glowfish now and betas, which I was not too impressed with, to be honest with you, the glow betas. But the glow tetras now, the glowfish now, they keep their color, and that is actually a patented fish. There's only one company that distributes those fish. They can pick, like our main big wholesaler that we would order from in Atlanta. We used to get them from them every week, and we could order like a specific color. Well, the place that makes the glowfish, they took them off their list. I mean, this is one of it's Sunpet. They're one of the biggest wholesale distributors in the United States, and glowfish took them all off their list for whatever reason. It couldn't have been they weren't selling enough of them, because it's such a popular fish, and we sell a bunch of them every single week, even though they're that big and $8.99. But it's how pretty they are and how eye-catching they are. But we had to now get them from a completely different distributor that we don't even get anything else from, and now we don't even get them every week. We just get a large amount of them, maybe once a month. But they're cool. It's not. I've had them before, and they're a really easy fish. All it is a black tetra. But it's just, I like the more natural looking stuff, like you.
I agree 100% with you. I think for like kids, glowfish are perfect for younger audiences.
Yeah, they are, and that's what we sell a lot of them for. But even to adults too, that just want some color in their tank. That's what they say. I just want some color in my tank. Well, look at these glowfish right here. That's color, And but they're easy. They don't get really big. They can live in poor water quality. They really can, and it's just a good and easy fish for someone
That's
new.
pretty cool. Yeah, I'm glad that they're popular now instead of goldfish.
Yeah, I know. I would much rather sell glow tetras to people than goldfish. Trust me. But we sell a lot of 5 for 5 comments.
Yeah, when I first started the hobby, when I was 12, goldfish were like the gold glowfish. They sold a lot to younger people.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the whole scheme. Betas and goldfish are probably the two most popular fish even now. Over everything else. And then you probably get into tetras and stuff like that. But still, betas and goldfish are probably still at the top for being the most. Like if you go up and ask somebody to name a fish that don't know anything about fish, they're probably going to say a goldfish, maybe a beta. So
That's true. So have you gone fishing recently?
say that again.
Have you gone fishing recently?
I haven't. Kind of contradictory to my name, but I haven't actually. I've been really busy lately, and I'm waiting for the weather to completely change. It's been so up and down lately. It's been really warm one day and really cold one day. That throws off the fish. It really does. So I'm waiting for it to really get in this colder pattern, and I'll probably go back to some of the river fishing and probably even in my pond in my backyard, because I mean
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I want to go fishing up here and catch some of the exotics that are in our waters. We have like Oscars and
I
Pockies
couldn't
and
hear
stuff.
you there.
Oh, I want to go fishing in my waters. We have
Oh yeah,
exotics. And we can,
yeah, down there where
keep my
you're at. I mean,
class
they're
up.
out there in the wild.
It'd be fun to catch them. Like it's like being in the Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get south enough in Florida, and you got Oscars and all kinds of cichlids and stuff just right out there in ditches. Mayan cichlids. Those are some of the really popular ones down there. Got peacock bass down there, Oscars, all kinds of stuff.
Even tiger shovelnose and red tail cats.
Yeah, you probably find a pacu in some random park pond. And it all comes from, I wouldn't say it all comes from, but a lot of it comes from people just being dumb and releasing stuff out there. That's why piranhas are illegal in my state, and I know they're illegal in Florida too, because our water stays warm enough typically for them to stay out there in the wild. And you got dumbos that just will release them. Closest thing you can get to a piranha is a pacu, and it's pretty darn close. And honestly, I'm surprised they're not illegal because they can destroy some habitats too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. Wonder why they're not illegal.
I know. Now that I'm thinking about that, I'm honestly shocked because I mean a lot of them get 3 times the size of red-bellied piranhas. They stay out there long enough. They're 30, 40 pounds, huge, big fish. And when they get good size, they get aggressive and they go after fish as well. So I mean, just because they ain't got the sharp eye-catching teeth that piranhas do, that don't really mean much at all because they can still mess up some fish.
Absolutely. So, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Nothing really in particular. If you like the fish hobby, which I'm sure you do, if you're watching this stream, you can go check out my YouTube channel, PF Fishing. I post similar content to Alex, aquascaping, keeping fish, getting new fish, outdoor videos, little fishing videos here and there, pond videos. So I post kind of a variety in fish keeping. I've got some turtles as well too. I've got my soft shell turtle and some sliders too. So it's not all fish.
Yeah, I want to let my audience know that you have a fantastic YouTube channel. I've been subscribed for a while, and I watch all of your new content when I can. And I'm impressed that you do an amazing job on your YouTube channel.
I appreciate that. That means a lot.
It's an honor to be able to have you on my channel and talk fish with you because you're one of my favorite YouTubers.
I appreciate that. Like I said, I ain't posted in about a month, but I'm getting back to it. I've been doing some filming recently, and I'm going to be getting the videos back together again. I am.
Awesome. So I can't wait to have you on again here in 2022.
Absolutely. Love to be back.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Have a good one.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Perfect. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed our video today, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget that on January 3rd, I'm going to be interviewing Tangled Up in Cichlids, and that's going to be a fantastic interview. So with that, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time on the next episode of Aqua Alex Live. Okay, so before I forgot to mention a couple of things. I know I just mentioned the Tangled Up in Cichlids interview, but I want to remind everybody the last episode of Aqua Alex Live is going to be on Monday, December 27th, 2021, and it's going to be a species profile, and it'll be on the striped Rapheal catfish. So my final species profile of 2021 will be on the striped Rapheal catfish. That's going to be awesome. So come learn about the striped Rapheal catfish. And don't forget our Tangled Up in Cichlids interview, January 3rd, 2022. And I've got a big announcement to open that show. So make sure you guys tune in January 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, Merry Christmas, tropical fish keepers. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to check out PF Fishing on YouTube and subscribe to his channel, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Enjoy the aquarium hobby, and Merry Christmas. Hey, tropical fish keepers, Aqua Alex Cardinale here, and I'm bringing you major news and exciting news. I am proud to announce that the very first episode of Aqua Alex Live in 2022 is going to be legendary. Why? Well, I have a legendary guest kicking it off. On Monday, January 3rd, 2022, at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, I am going to interview Kevin Cumberton, the owner of TangledUpInCichlids.com. TangledUpInCichlids.com is an online tropical fish store providing aquarium hobbyists like myself with quality Central and South American cichlids, African cichlids, tetras and barbs, catfish and plecos, and even North American fish. You'll find species like Jack Dempsey, firemouth, different types of oscar, including the wild-caught bumblebee oscar, different types of geophagus and stavros, waru, black-tailed lotus, different types of silver dollars, and different types of barbs, plecos, and even North American fish species like smallmouth bass and black crappie. I have personally purchased fish from Kevin at TangledUpInCichlids.com. I have purchased 4 flag-tailed lotus and a couple of leporinias. You may see them swim behind me. But I'm pretty sure the flag-tails are on the opposite side of the aquarium. But the fish came in healthy. They are doing great. They eat very well. And they have put on some size. Kevin sells fantastic fish at a great price. It is my pleasure to say that I'm going to have the opportunity to interview him. Monday, January 3rd, 2022, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Kevin Cumberton will join Aqua Alex Live for a fun interview. TangledUpInCichlids.com was founded decades ago by Jeff Rapp, who recently retired a number of years ago, and Kevin took over the business. Find out why Kevin took over Tangled Up in Cichlids and his goal with the future of TangledUpInCichlids.com and any future fish species that Kevin wants to import. Do you have questions for Kevin at TangledUpInCichlids.com? Email them to me, AlexGoYankeesCardinale19 at gmail.com. I will personally ask Kevin your questions and make sure you get your answers. So go purchase some fish from TangledUpInCichlids.com. Mark your calendars. Monday, January 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Kevin Cumberton, the owner of Tangled Up in Cichlids, will be live on Aqua Alex Live right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. Check out Tangled Up in Cichlids and be here or be square January 3rd. Aqua Alex Cardinale here, and I'm here to announce the Ultimate Aquarium Hobbyist Giveaway. On Sunday, March 6, 2022, I will proudly celebrate my 8th year as a YouTuber. And to celebrate and say thank you to all the amazing aquarium hobbyists and tropical fish keepers who have supported my YouTube channel over the last 8 years, I am doing the Ultimate Aquarium Hobbyist giveaway. There are 3 amazing prizes. The first prize is a $100 gift certificate to Tangled Up in Cichlids. Tangled Up in Cichlids is home to many awesome South and Central American cichlids such as Oscars, Severums, Waru, Angelfish, Jack Dempsey's, Viajas, and much more. They also have Catfish, Plecos, Cherisons, and even African cichlids. The second prize is a $100 gift certificate to Aquatic Rarities, Inc., aka Malone's Monsters. Now, Bob at Malone's Monsters and Aquatic Rarities is a true aquarium hobbyist with a love for monster fish and tropical fish in general. You will find things like lungfish, Lipterus, arowanas, four-eyed anablips, and more cool oddball fish at Aquatic Rarities. And the last prize giveaway, and the third prize, is Little Egypt Aquarium Club gift certificate donated by Little Egypt Aquarium Club founder Jeremy Stellhorn. Now, on the Little Egypt Aquarium Club website, you will find aquarium supplies for sale, like Fluval FX6 canister filter, hang on the back filters, aquarium heaters, and some awesome tropical fish food. You will be able to use that gift certificate to purchase some amazing aquarium supplies. So, aquarium hobbyists, to enter this giveaway, it's really simple. All you need to do is film a video of your aquarium and your tropical fish. In the video, talk about your favorite tropical fish species. Then tell me about what new fish you want to get and what aquarium supplies you can use. So, since Tangled Up in Cichlids and Aquatic Rarities only supply freshwater fish, it is beneficial for freshwater hobbyists to enter. However, saltwater hobbyists are encouraged to enter as well. And if a saltwater hobbyist wins, they will win a gift card to either Live Aquaria or Blue Zoo Aquatics, provided that the winner is a saltwater hobbyist. So all you've got to do is film a video of your aquarium and your fish, and also talk about your favorite tropical fish species, talk about what new fish you want to get, and what aquarium supplies you can use. Email your video to alexgoyankeescardinale19@gmail.com by no later than March 1st, 2022. In your email, leave your name, your contact information in case you win, and of course, your video. Each video entry will be uploaded to my channel and in my giveaway playlist. The top 3 videos with the most views and likes will be the 3 winners, and they will be announced live on March 6, 2022 during my 8-year YouTube anniversary celebration live stream. Good luck, aquarium hobbyists. This contest is open to every aquarium hobbyist, whether freshwater or saltwater, and any aquarium hobbyist in the United States of America. So enter right now. Good luck, and I can't wait to see your videos. Remember the deadline to enter, March 1st. Thank you for watching this episode of Aqua Alex Live here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. I hope you, the amazing tropical fish keepers, enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to leave a like on today's video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, if you enjoyed this video, to see some more awesome episodes of Aqua Alex Live. Tank on, fish keepers, and I'll see you on the next Aqua Alex Live. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everyone! Santa Claus Alex Cardinale here, inviting you to be a part of the inaugural Christmas 2021 Bash, airing live just 2 days before Christmas, Thursday, December 23rd, 2021, at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Join me, Santa Claus Alex Cardinale, for a fun Christmas 2021 bash, featuring an appearance from Chef Alex with Chef Alex's best cookie recipes. I have a very important message to give as Santa Claus, and I'll give out Christmas present ideas and so much more. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. Mark your calendars, Thursday, December 23rd, 2021, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 8:15 p.m. Pacific. Christmas 2021 Bash, live right here on Alex's YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale. See you then, folks. Merry Christmas. Hey, legendary Alex Cardinale here. I'm inviting you, my viewers, to be a part of history. Come tune in to my inaugural New Year's Eve Bash live Friday, December 31st, 2021 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific. Join me as I end 2021 in style and begin 2022 with a bang. Live on my New Year's Eve Bash, I am going to review the year that was 2021. I will discuss the good and the bad of 2021. I will discuss my best YouTube videos of 2021. I will discuss my New Year resolutions for 2022, and there will be viewer interactivity. Some of my subscribers will be on my video to discuss their New Year resolutions. All that and more, including an appearance from Chef Alex Cardinale, who will be giving out delicious alcoholic beverage recipes as well as delicious appetizer recipes as well. So join me live Friday, December 31st, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, as the final episode of 2021 is sure to be a banger. We'll see you on New Year's Eve for a fun special broadcast right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, New Year's Eve, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific.